We're out on Utah Street here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, the old B&O Warehouse. It's game 2 between the Angels and the Baltimore Orioles this afternoon. Hi, everybody. From inside Utah Street, I guess we're not literally inside the street, but we are on Utah Street. Game 2 of this 3-game set. I'm Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubiza. And Gooby, Tyler Skaggs is on the mound today and trying to keep it going. He's pitched well out on the road this year.
Victor, when you think about 5-2 in the ERA, 2.14 on the road this entire season, and he has been absolutely spectacular in the month of June itself. An ERA 0.67, 27 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts. His command of his breaking ball, especially early in the count, has been outstanding. His changeup, but he's been able to ride that fastball upstairs very consistently also.
The offense certainly came to life in game 1. That's why the Angels were able to snap the losing streak. Andrelton Simmons, a 4-hit game, the 5th time in his career that he's gotten that.
Yeah, Victor, when you think about it, when he came back from the disabled list, his timing was off a little bit, but now all of a sudden you got 8 hits in his last 3 games. Now his batting average up to .322. He is Simba that we've seen the entire season. He's locked back in. His timing is there. We know what he can do with the glove, but all of a sudden he's hitting the ball to all fields. 2 up the middle, 1 left, 1 the right yesterday. Outstanding effort by Simba.
See what the offense can do with Andrew Kashner on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. We're just about ready for baseball here in Charm City. Sit back, relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return.
Got him. Tyler Skaggs strikes out the side. Solid 7 for Skaggs.
Steve Bennett's back.
Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. It is a warm afternoon for baseball here in Baltimore. Temperatures soaring into the upper 90s. Good crowd on hand. Hawaiian shirt giveaways. As a matter of fact, Gary Thorne, the longtime voice of the Orioles, just came in wearing his. I don't know that it's a breathable material, but it certainly looks good on him.
Yeah, he said it looks fantastic. He's going to wear that around often now around town.
I can only imagine. Angels, of course, picked up the victory in last night's contest. They did it with the not only long ball, but also with the prime hits. There's Mike Bordick on your left, Gary Thorne on your right.
Yeah, look how good he looks in that shirt.
He does look good.
Yeah.
Hardcore Baltimore Orioles fans. Orioles have taken the field. We'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for game number 83. The Angels are game over 500. Cole leading things off. Same lineup as last night, as we mentioned. Trout in center field. Up to the left. Pujols at DH. Simmons at shortstop. Valbuena's at first. Kinsler at second. Maldonado behind the plate. David Fletcher batting ninth. And playing third base as they take on the 31-year-old right-hander, native of Conroe, Texas. Andrew Cashner's on the mound for the O's.
And he has struggled, especially at home this season. 0-5 with a 5.12. My go-tos to be successful this afternoon against Cashner. My go-tos is track that and look for that fastball. When he makes mistakes with his fastball, you can drive a long way. 9 home runs allowed versus his home run and his fastball this season. And gap to gap, don't try to pull everything. Get that right center field approach and left center field, especially when he's throwing that off-speed pitch. Stay back on it, drive to the gaps, and when he makes that mistake with the heater, drive it out of the yard.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Orioles this afternoon, and it looks like this with Mancini in left, Jones in center, Valencia in right, so the same outfielders last night. Beckham and Machado remain the same. Wilkerson takes over at second tonight. Davis at first. Caleb Joseph is Andrew Cashner's battery mate.
Adam Jones out in center field, 4-time Gold Glove winner. Last time he won a Gold Glove back in 2014. The only O's outfielder ever with more. We were talking about him last night. Paul Blair won 8 Gold Gloves, controlling the outfield for Baltimore.
Angels at 42-41, out on the road this year, 22-20. Game number 84. Cole, 166 hitter. 2 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. He's going to lead things off. Went hitless last night, although he did pick up a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. Cashner's first one today was fouled back, big rip by Cole. No ball for the strike.
Well, when you think about it, this time of the day, this is generally when they're hitting batting practice. That baseball will fly if you don't hit your spots here as a pitcher.
Cashner making his 16th start. Had a pretty good season last year with Texas, 11-11 with a 3.40 ERA. 28 starts for the Rangers. Grew up just outside of Houston. Actually a Cubs first-round pick in 2008 out of TCU. This one's ripped foul just wide of the line. 1-2. One-two. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 infielders on the right side. Wilkerson's out at shallow right. Back up the third baseman's playing at shortstop. Old school Randy Johnson.
Yes. It's the Mike Trout. That would have been a pretty good battle.
Yeah. A lot of great jerseys in this ballpark. 2-2, reaching for it, pulls it over to second. That's the shift. Wilkerson has it. There's the first out of the game.
And with Mike Trout coming to the plate, let's take a look what he did. His first at bat is worthy of a Carl's Cam replay last night. 2-0 fastball. But David Hess challenged him, and Mike Trout won that battle. A long home run over to the Angels bullpen. His 24th home run of the season for Trout.
That had some sound and some distance to it. Swinging first pitch, fouls it back.
The song by Yes, long distance, run around.
Trout shooting one out toward left center field. Mancini moving over is there to make the catch. 2 down.
That jammed on that enough. But still got close to that 364 sign in the power alley here. Camden Yards, left center field, which I still to this day don't believe that's 364, but that's another story.
That's neither here nor there, Gooby.
Yeah, I was a little upset at one point. I actually walked it in from the wall there just to confirm it to my own self that it was not 364. I had about 352. I wasn't real happy about a routine fly ball that I thought made it over that wall there, so I had to make sure I stepped that one out.
Throw more ground balls. Upton takes ball 1.
I did get some ground balls, but that was a routine fly ball that, I didn't even give it a look back. I just thought it was a routine out. I said, that's not 364. Took me a while to get there from that spot to the home plate, though, but I made sure I walked slow.
Slowly.
Yes.
Is it a hot one? Doesn't matter. It's the same as Kansas City. Hot, muggy.
Yes.
Upton hitting .254, 17 home runs, 44 runs batted. It takes outside. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Just in a 3-hit game last night. 3 for 5 overall. The Angels had a total of 13 hits in the 7-1 victory. Lone run for Baltimore coming in the 9th inning against Paredes. Little dribbler back toward the mound. Caleb Joseph actually calls off Cashner. Halos down in order here to start this one off. Tyler Skaggs taking the mound as we head to the bottom of the first here at Camden Yards. Orioles lineup. 23 and 58 on the season. Tim Beckham jumps up to the leadoff spot. He's the third baseman. Jones in center, Machado at short. Valencia, the cleanup hitter at right. Mancini had a nice night last night. He drops down to the 5-hole. He's in left field. Trumbo the DH. Davis at first. Steve Wilkerson at second. Caleb Joseph behind the plate. Tyler Skaggs making his 16th start of the season. I know the guys on the pregame show were talking about Andrelton Simmons and making a case for the All-Star game. This cat right here, he's got a pretty good chance of making the All-Star team as well.
He's throwing the ball exceptionally well. My go-tos for Skaggs to be successful here today against Baltimore is really you have to get those all-speed pitches for strikes early on in counts, whether it's his curveball or that fade changeup, and then use the big part of this ballpark right here. Down the lines, it carries very well. Use that big part of the yard to get some fly ball outs and some quick outs to get deep in this game.
Beckham last night was batting in the number 8 spot, 1 for 3. Did 192 for the Orioles third baseman, 5 doubles, a home run, 4 runs batted in.
That's an important pitch to get from Bill Cuzzy today for Tyler Skaggs, that arm side fastball being called a strike on the outside corner.
One. Reaching for it and beyond the reach of Simmons in the left field. Leadoff single for Beckham. Now the Angels look on the defensive side of things this afternoon. Upton in left, Trout at center, Calhoun at right, Fletcher at third, Simmons at short, Kinsler at second, Valbuena at first, Maldonado behind the plate.
And with Kinsler at second base, especially with Tyler Skaggs on the mound, a lot of ground ball action. He's been excellent so far this season. .993 fielding percent is second best amongst AL second basemen. He's also turned 53 double plays. Keep that in mind. A number of them turned last night. Tyler Skaggs has had 11 turned behind him this season. Three double plays turned behind. Pitching last night, the infield, excellent as far as turning that double play against Baltimore, including one with Adam Jones at the plate.
Adam Jones comes in batting .288. 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in. A 1-for-4 game last night. The one RBI single in the 9th inning. One ball, one strike. Now we got a day like today. I'm sure Tyler Skaggs certainly not used to the heat. Kind of have to limit what you do between pitches, right? As far as the warm-ups.
And you knock off about maybe 10, 15 pitches down in the bullpen to get ready for the game also. Change your t-shirt underneath your uniform often during the course of the game. Manfred always trying to find a way to stay cool. Good slow curveball. Everyone trying to find a way to stay cool here this afternoon.
Back up with a leadoff single over at first. 1-2. Jones pulls it foul. It's one way to use the Hawaiian shirt. Orioles went with their black tops last night, orange tops today. See what they go with tomorrow. Still love the hats, though.
Yes.
Reaching for it, flares it into right. Spoiled a pretty good pitch. Beckham will turn it head to third. The throw is not in time. Quick tag by Fletcher. Two flare singles against Tyler Skaggs. The Orioles with a couple of men on here to start this one in the first.
Yeah, Beckham stumbled this a little bit around the base, gave Cole a chance to make a strong throw. Mike Scioscia is taking a look at it. Looked like he got his hand in there from our angle. That's a pretty good pitch. That's well off the plate. It was elevated enough where he was able to punch that in the right, but still a pretty solid pitch. It's a good piece of hitting. And even on a stumble on the slide in, so she's still looking in.
No challenge from the Angels. First and third, nobody out. Manny Machado at the plate. 305. 20 home runs, 56 RBIs. 2-for-4 game last night. Skaggs is coming off a tough loss. Gave up 1 run, 7 hits in 7 innings. Struck out 8 in Kansas City to open up this 10-game road trip back on Monday.
He really hasn't got a lot of run support this season at all. He's throwing the ball exceptionally well.
110 pitches in that start. Machado takes a strike.
Averaging about 2.33 runs per game on the offensive side as far as support for Tyler Skaggs. one of those hitters too, and Manny Machado, who wants to be in this spot, an RBI situation, but as a pitcher, you try to exploit that and make him expand out of the strike zone. You'll take it and possibly even give up that run for 2 outs here. See there, expanded the strike zone because he wants to drive in this run. You got to utilize that as a pitcher against him. Fastball pulled off it, well out of the strike zone.
One, two. Slow breaking ball. Little dribbler. Little trouble for Tyler Skaggs here. Back up, reaching for one, flipping it out the left center. Jones. Almost an excuse me swing with 2 strikes. Flaring one to right, putting runners at the corners. Orioles this year as a team at .218 batting average with men in scoring position. Down and in. Evens up the count.
Got to get him to chase that curveball.
Machado this year .367 batting average with men in scoring position. Two. Just turned some double plays last night.
Yeah, I think at this point, Victor, you'll take one, and even if it means giving up a run, you want to prevent a big inning. Trust your offense against a pitcher that's given up some runs this season, and Andrew Cashman, especially at home, over 5 ERA in this ballpark. Limit the damage, get a ground ball double play. 3 of them turned last night. Mentioned Tyler Skaggs that 11 so far turned behind him.
Another 2-2, full count. Days like this, these are the type of innings you don't want to have. You want to get back in the dugout as quickly as possible.
Put a few fastballs, a couple curveballs in this sequence. I see him throwing this curveball right now, 3-2.
Jones doesn't go. Breaking ball over toward third. Underneath the glove of Fletcher. It is a base hit. A 1-0 Orioles. 3 consecutive singles. Bobbled and left by Upton, and the base runners take 90 feet. A huge mistake by Justin Upton on a routine ground ball. The base runners are content to stay at first and second. Instead, now it's second and third. Nobody out.
Second error of the season for Upton out in left field. Really close to end up being potentially a double play ball. Instead gets underneath the glove, just barely. David Fletcher just under his glove. So 3 hits allowed in this inning, and really nothing hit hard at all.
So Nagy's got to come out. And this is more just to kind of cool him off, right? Just to catch your breath after a prolonged plate appearance. See Jones will get the second. He's already stopping at second base. Never really threatened to go. So Upton looked up too soon. Valencia, right fielder, hitting .281. He will look at a strike. Danny went 0 for 3 last night. Ground out, fly ball out, a strikeout.
Pitches into this inning, still looking for the first out. He's made a lot of pretty good quality pitches so far, but nothing to show for it.
Two balls, one strike. Runners at second and third, nobody out. We're in the first. That's out towards center field. Hit well. Trout moving back on it. Deep enough to score a run. Tagging from second, heading to third is Machado. 2-0 Baltimore. Sac fly for Valencia. Picks up his 23rd run batted in. Costly error.
And the important thing too is now Machado's at third base himself. With a fly ball like that, he's going to have to be content on staying at first base.
Yeah, I should have said costly error ... because there's still a man at third and only one out.
Again, you have to trust your offense. You're going to score some runs today. This is an important batter right here for Skaggs. Right side of the infield in now. Anderson Simmons moving in also.
Trey Mancini, the left fielder, up, cuts through the fastball. Mentioned he had a good game last night on board 4 times. 2 singles, a double, and a walk. Mancini hitting .234. Oh, 2. Mancini, chopper down the line, foul. Somehow limit the damage here so you can get a strikeout of Mancini. Trumbo on deck. Got him. Fastball. 2 down.
93-mile-an-hour fastball. Good pitch. Tyler Skaggs. Under control. Fastball above the belt. You can see it. He's just trying to hit that ball the other way. He thinks it's going to be an all-speed pitch, curveball, or even a changeup. Get that fastball by him.
Trumbo, ground ball towards short. Simmons has it.
It's a good job by Skaggs. Really, that's the part of me that I think that's really improved in Tyler Skaggs is being under control, coming through, and then limited the damage. Angels down 2-0.
Oriole Park in Camden Yards. The Angels made some moves and also made some announcements as far as injuries are concerned. Shohei Ohtani today took batting practice and faced live pitching at Angel Stadium earlier today. So a simulated game for Shohei, getting closer and closer. Still no timetable as to when he will return. Zach Cozart had surgery yesterday, and they're saying typical recovery time 6 to 8 months. And John Lamb today, we found out, made the start in Boston at Fenway Park. He is out for the year. He is having Tommy John surgery. There was one roster move for the Angels. Michael Hermosillo was sent down. Caleb Coward called up. I believe that's the Saturday edition. Yes. Pujols takes a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pujols, Simmons, and Valbuena. It'll be nice to get Shohei back at some point. Albert takes down and away. 3 balls and a strike.
All 3 batters in this inning for the Halos against Cashner in their careers, well over 300. So a chance to get those runs back right away.
Ground ball left side. Machado's got it. 1 down. Andrelton Simmons, a 4-hit game last night, hitting .322 now. 5 home runs, 37 runs batted in. 3 singles, a double. RBI, run scored. Takes a strike.
Up and in fastball there. When you look at numbers against Cashner this season versus his fastball, and that was one right there. A .302 batting average with 9 home runs allowed. .274 versus his secondary pitch is 5 home runs allowed. He's giving up a high batting average, especially against his breaking pitch. His change up a little better.
.6'6", 235 is what he's listed at. TCU. 2-1 pitch. Check swing, did not go. Valbuena on deck. Full count. Cashner got to the big leagues originally with the Cubs in 2010. Exclusively out of the bullpen, 53 games. Essentially got traded to San Diego. Been a starter since. 3-2. Lifted out to center. Jones coming in on it.
So far, really, he's gotten away with it. He's been these 2 batters in this inning alone. He's been behind in the count 3-1. He's got a ground ball and a fly ball out eventually. It's not ideal when you're a pitcher. And as a hitter, these are the counts you want to put yourself in. So far, the Angels hitters have not been effective against Cashner. 3 ground ball outs, 2 fly ball outs.
Valbuena back at first base. .214 batting average. Takes a strike. Luis went 1 for 5 last night with a single and an RBI. Behind the count. .1-2. Pardon me, 0-2. Fastball away. Now it's 1-2. 2 runs in for the Orioles at the bottom of the first. For effect.
Fan also.
Wearing the hat just like Lou Piniella used to wear.
Sweet Lou.
From 0-2 to 3-2. See if Valbuena could cash or pay for it. Kinsler on deck. Payoff. He strikes out the breaking ball. 1-2-3 go to the Angels. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Orioles.
For the Mercedes-Benz League leaders. Mike Scioscia's 3,000th game as a manager here today. Also 1,400 games as a player. 5 have done so. Mike Scioscia, Dusty Baker, Lou DeRocher, and Lou Piniella. We were talking about Joe Torre. Sweet Lou. Rookie of the Year for Kansas City back in the day for Lou Piniella.
1969. 2-0 Baltimore, bottom of the second. Chris Davis to lead things off. Bottom third of the order coming up for Baltimore. Davis, Wilkerson, and Joseph.
Mike Scioscia, 21st manager all time with 3,000 games managed.
Back-to-back games in which Scioscia's name has been brought up. Like Trout last night passing him.
That was pretty funny.
As far as career hits are concerned.
Yeah. Just passed him by.
He'll be in the dust soon enough.
Yes.
Davis hitting 152 with 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. 0 for 4 last night. How's this one back? Count remains at 1-2. A bit of a prolonged inning for Tyler in that first inning.
Really some good pitches he made. This approach is really at the plate. This going with the changeup especially. Pitch that Adam Jones hit, a changeup was well off the plate, just punched it in right field.
Got him with a fastball up and in. Second strikeout for Tyler. It's a first down here in the second.
And both strikeouts so far, 93-mile-an-hour fastballs from Skaggs. They're break a ball just before that. Runs a high fastball, gets a swing and miss. Pretty good differential in the speeds of his curveball and fastball so far. Changeup's been in the mid-80s. Curveball been in the mid-70s. Best fastball so far, 94. Pretty good differential between that and his slow curveball at 74.
Wilkerson, the second baseman, 2 for 10 in the big leagues. Games at AAA. 286 there this year. Cuts through that one. Clemson product. 2-1.
Back-to-back 93-mile-an-hour fastballs by him.
You feel at the and you pitch so often in the summertime in Kansas City that because of the weather that you felt you had a little extra.
Yeah, it
with a fastball
took less to get loose, and your arm just felt great. I love pitching into warmer weather.
Punch and gloved by Valbuena. Wilkerson trying to go the opposite way. Luis has other plans. 2 down.
Takes a lot less to get loose. Your arm feels stronger. The important thing, like you mentioned in the first inning, is that's the quick innings, though. You don't want to have those long innings where you throw 20, 25, 30 pitches, because that can wear you out. Remember, Jared Weaver used to tell us he really hated to pitch in these hot days, especially humid and hot out.
Caleb Joseph catching this afternoon, number 9 hitter. 181 hitter this year with a home run, 4 runs batted in. It's this one out toward left. Upton is there. There's that quick inning you were talking about. 2 complete here in Baltimore. Halos down 2-0.
For the Angels to be successful against Baltimore. Going a little lead forward, hit and run, start driving the ball and being very aggressive on the bases here this afternoon. Going first to third, stealing some bags, get some gappers, some doubles, triples, score some runs here for Tyler Skaggs. Starting off with Ian Kinsler with the Angels down here 2-0, top of the third.
Bottom third of the order. Kinsler, Maldonado, Fletcher.
Trying to bring that all together with Lita Ford was a member of the Runaways with Joan Jett back in the day. Joan Jett was a big, still is a big Baltimore Oriole fan.
Never a doubt, man. Someone was doubting you? Did you would always tie it in?
Yeah,
you always tie it in.
I'm going to try to tie it in. We're
always
on the road.
Always. Yes. Kinsler at 213. Takes a strike. To count. Last night 0 for 4. 14 doubles, 11 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Just did get a piece of that one. Put the ball down and away.
Master shaking his finger after he threw that pitch. He missed location. That was a pretty good swing.
Out to right field, slicing away from Valencia. That's headed toward the corner.
Hit and run.
Ian's on board with his 15th double of the season.
After dismissing a pitch before lower part of the strike zone, came back and missed location with that fastball low in the zone. Then the Angels hit that low fastball very well. Two-seamer went down and got a hit in the corner. Picks up a double to start here, top of the third. 15th double of the season.
Maldonado hitting .247. Nice game last night with a single, home run, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. Home run is 5th of the year, now with 31 RBIs. It's Jam pops it up. Chris Davis one down.
One thing you always look for is that situational hitting. Got jammed on that one, popped it up, unable to advance. Kinsler to third on and out. Worst case scenario.
Fletcher will look at a strike. Gave it a 1 for 3 game with a double, an RBI, and a walk last night. 9 for 30 in the big leagues. Double his first as a major leaguer.
Huzzy has called that pitch on the outer part of the plate a lot already. So as a hitter, you got to think in terms, especially a right-handed batter, hit the ball the other way.
Ground ball toward the hole. Machado to the backhand, off balance throw. They got him 2 outs. Quick throw to second, and Kinsler's back. Top of the order coming up, Cole Calhoun.
Yeah, we've seen throughout, spring training, even beginning part of the season, where Kinsler will go on that throw across the diamond. Wisely gets back. He's already in scoring position. It would have been second out on that throw across the diamond. You don't want to be called at third. Guys back in and scoring position here still for Cole Calhoun.
Quick conversation between Joseph and Cashner. Hey, join us on Tuesday, July 10th. Angels taking on the Mariners. Fans in attendance receive an awesome Trout shirt courtesy of SoCal Honda dealers while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. Cole 0 for 1. He grounded out to Wilkerson in shallow right in the first.
He's hitting this position in the lineup quite a bit in his career.
Out toward right, hooking foul and out of play. Casher got it on the hands. So it's an 0-2 count. Leadoff double by Kinsler. He's still standing at second base. Rare 4 o'clock start here at Baltimore. You see it too often. Saturday afternoon. At some point we'll get some shadows creeping toward home plate as Cole takes upstairs. 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. .43 pitches for Casher. We're in the 3rd inning. Orioles striking for 2 runs in the 1st. Cole lifts it. The 3rd base side, slicing out of play.
Just a little bit out in front. It was changeup. Mike Trout would love to get an opportunity to bat this inning with someone on base.
Called strike 3. And it goes down looking. The Angels leave that lead off double stranded at second. 2-0 Orioles. We hit at the bottom of the 3rd.
A great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr., the tempting El Diablo Thick Burger has returned to Carl's Jr. Pick it up before it's gone. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
There's Boog's Barbecue out on Utah Street here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Good food.
Yes, it is. We're right by there today.
Yes, we were. Very quickly. Very warm out there on Utah Street.
Little toasty.
2-0 Orioles, bottom of the 3rd. Skaggs retired the side in order in the 2nd. Faces Beckham, Jones, and Machado. ball. Good one, too. Back up with a single and a run scored in the first.
The head first slide into third base. And a strong throw from Cole Calhoun in the first inning.
Oh, 2 from Skaggs. Fastball. Got him. Third strikeout. All three have been on that fastball.
Oh, exact, basically same location at 93. And Mike Trout doing what he does best as far as connecting with the fans. Baseball, flips that baseball out to a Mike Trout fan with the jersey on and son. That's awesome. Mike Trout, he gets it. Even in the on-deck circle before hoping to come up that last at bat, he had a chance to say some hi to some fans. Right in that on-deck circle is prepared to hit potentially last half inning.
Jones swinging first pitch, dribbles one over to short. 2 down.
You know, Adam Jones is going to be aggressive early in counts, and the ability to throw something off speed in that early count action for Skaggs. Gets a ground ball out on the changeup. Remember, he got that little flare in the right field on the changeup last at bat. This time thought he was going to get a fastball, got a changeup. Soft contact, good pitch for Skaggs.
Machado with a base hit in the first. 1 for 1.
Good fastball there. Good arm side fastball, good location.
Guess you're going to get that call. Keep feeding that part of the zone.
Allows you to expand the strike zone even more so.
1-2. Swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 third inning. 2 strikeouts in the frame. 4 overall for Skaggs. Baltimore leads it 2-0 as we head to the 4th time. Mike Trout lead things off when we return. find new roads. Top of the fourth, 2-0 Orioles. Those 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 unearned in the first inning for the O's. Trout, Upton, and Pujols for the Angels here in the fourth.
I feel Trout will be ready to jump on a first pitch fastball if it's anywhere near the strike zone.
Looks at a strike. Might get a fly ball to left in the first.
Close to the same exact spot. Foul balls in the stands. Fan down there got a Mike Trout foul ball. And another foul ball.
One ball, 2 strikes.
It's a nice play. I said, yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's awesome. See right away that smile on his face. That's a Mike Trout foul ball.
Two. Trout grounds this one to third. Beckham is there. 1 out. Out of pitches in and up.
Left fielder, number 8, Justin Upton.
Upton, little dribbler out in front of the home plate area in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1. Drives this one out to right center field, hit well. Nobody's going to get this one. It is off the base of the wall. Upton has to race to second base. The throw is not in time. A double for Justin Upton. I think he thought it was gone. It was taking a little bit of a slow approach to it. For Justin, his 10th double of the season.
Double figures in home runs and doubles. I thought off the bat it was going to be out also. Especially in a warm day like today, thinking you're going to get that carry. Bottom part of the wall played well by Valencia. Infielder by trade, playing right field for Baltimore. Got it in quickly. In scoring position for Pujols.
Albert grounded out in his first at bat, leading off the second. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Back-to-back breaking balls. 0-2.
When you look at numbers against his breaking ball this season, hitters have had a lot of success against Cashner's breaking ball. .282 batting average. That's the 6th highest in the majors.
Fastball, little dribble left side. Beckham's got to come in on it. 2 down. Upton takes third.
Probably the most consistent hitter on the Angels as far as runners in scoring position coming to the plate now in Andrelton Simmons. Chance to get that deficit cut to 1 at least here.
Andrews there with a fly ball to center field in the second. Halos down 2-0. We're in the fourth. Thus far this afternoon, 0 for 4 with men in scoring position.
Simmons .328 batting average with runners in scoring position. The one guy you want definitely up in this situation.
Lines this one through the left side. Angels get on the board. A 2-out single. 2-1 Orioles. Simba with his 38th RBI.
Right on cue. So comfortable with runners in scoring position. Lines that one. And home for another RBI. Now let's take a look. We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Fastball that runs on the inner half. It was the lower part of the strike zone. And Andrelton Simmons, we say he used the whole field so well. Those inner half, it lines that in the left field for an RBI single. 2 hits up the middle last night, 1 down the left field corner, 1 to right field. As far as this 4-hit performance last night.
There's Valbuena, who struck out in the second. Behind at the count at 0-1. 2 strikeouts for Cashner. So back-to-back no decisions. Has not won a game since May 21st. He's only won twice on the season. Ball and a strike. Several back.
Cashner's allowed 4 stolen bases in 8 attempts. Pretty quick to the plate. Got to pick one of those pitches, especially a breaking ball. Get a better chance of being successful if you try to steal the bag, get into scoring position. 5 stolen bases on the season.
One, 2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes. And is getting on the board, a 2-out single. Washington Simmons. He's over at first base. Fredo Griffin, the one-handed play over at first base coach's box. Wasn't hit that hard as Valbuena got jammed.
Always smooth. Alfredo Griffin.
He strikes out for the second time. Angels do get on the board though. Double by Upton, the single by Simmons. 2-1 Orioles. We head to the bottom of the fourth.
Skaggs has been outstanding in the month of June. Giving up one run here today. 0.90 ERA in 5 June starts. That's covering 30 innings, 34 strikeouts. His record as far as ERA for the month of June is 1.044 by G. Rich back in 2014, who's on the mend himself. We may see him on the mound in Seattle.
Skaggs has retired 9 straight since giving up the single by Machado in the first inning. 4 strikeouts since then. Valencia, Mancini, Trumbo.
It's a good curveball once again. In that lower part of the strike zone. The ability we talked as far as go-tos, off speed, early in counts.
Fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes.
Third 0-2 count this afternoon for Skaggs. Settled down really since that first inning where he threw 25 pitches. Now at 48 here into the 4th inning.
One of those runs unearned because of the error by Upton. Those are the breaking ball here.
Not a bad idea to throw a breaking ball, curveball to this Baltimore lineup. They have really struggled against a curveball this season. It's a 135 batting average coming into the game versus a curveball.
Valencia hits it sharply to short. Simba's got it. 1 down. So brings up Mancini.
Victor, as much as we talk a lot about his curveball and even his development, his changeup, his velocity on his fastball really has been consistent. 93s, 94, 95 mile an hour fastball he struck out Machado with. That one at 94. You look at his career, his average fastball usually settles around 91. That really, over the last 5 or 6 starts, that has not been the case. You're talking 92, 93 on a consistent basis.
Mentioned that those shadows would eventually start creeping toward the home plate area. They have with the light standards. Mancini takes just off the plate. Orioles left fielder struck out his first time up. Got him with that fastball upstairs.
Boy, it is so hard now as a hitter. You're dealing with a pitcher in the sunshine. Then you have a couple bands of shade from the upper deck, and then the baseball's on. You really don't have a whole lot of time to begin with to react to it. Hitting a baseball makes it more difficult, especially if you locate it well.
Chopper. Simmons has to come in on it. 2 outs.
So fun watching Anthony Simmons field the baseball. It's always under control. Knows when to rush a throw and when to stay back enough to have enough on the throw to get a runner going down the line. See right here, into the sunshine, baseball, sun, shade, and then back in the sun as you're trying to make contact. It's a great view, and then once again under control, knows he has it some time. Transfer perfect once again for Simmons.
Trumbo for 1. He grounded out to end the first inning. Takes downstairs. Both teams with 3 hits. The Orioles get 2 runs in that first inning. The Angels getting one back here at the top of the 4th.
It's always fun to see these two going against each other. They were traded for each other not that long ago. Trumbo went from the Angels to the Diamondbacks in a 3-team trade, brought in Hector Santiago and Tyler Skaggs. Hector back with the White Sox.
Tyler's fallen behind here 3-0.
You know, Trumbo is not necessarily looking for a walk here. If he gets a fastball, you got to locate it well if you're Skaggs.
12 walks on the season. That's it. 3-1. Trumbo's going to have to pick up the bat.
I don't blame him on that one either. But he's called that pitch on the outside part of the plate or off the plate a lot.
Is that the old 3-0 in the neighborhood pitch?
I believe so. According to Phil Cuzzy. Well, back outside maybe. Off speed pitch.
Good changeup. That's a good combination. Arm side fastball, changeup, same plane. And then you see your frustration because you're thinking I'm getting a fastball. I got a changeup instead. Buck was still wondering where that 3-0 pitch was.
Three-two. Trumbo fouls it back.
In 95.
A nice catch in the seats.
Roll, give that fan a contract. This is where it started here in Baltimore. 43 strikes and 59 pitches thrown. That's an outstanding ratio early on here for Skaggs.
And he draws the walk. First one issued by Skaggs, and Davis will come to the plate now.
First baseman number 19,
Davis struck out leading off the second. Slow curveball. Just misses off. Walked to Trumbo. Snapping the string of 11 straight retired by Tyler. Over to first. Off the glove of Valbuena. Trickles to Kinsler. Can't come up with it. Fairly routine play, and Valbuena, for whatever reason, fell down going to the backhand. It was right at him. More than likely go an error, as an error, I should say. So 2 on now, with 2 outs.
second baseman number 12, Steve.
Yeah, he even had time to get in front of that baseball.
It is an error. 4th of the year. I'm trying to figure out why you go down on that ball like that.
Especially because he was out in front of it.
Right.
See if Tyler can pick up Valbuena here. Keep it a 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 deficit. It's going to add on some pitches also.
Wilkerson takes a little bit high on the breaking ball. Trumbo at second base. Wilkerson with 2 strikes tried to punch one down the right field line, or down the first base line I should say. But a nice play by Valbuena in the second inning. In tight. 2 balls, 1 strike. Really 2. I mean, really goes back to the walk of Trumbo, falling behind 3-0. All the extra pitches that he's thrown now. 65 overall.
You've already thrown 3 extra pitches in this inning alone when you think you're out of the inning.
Three and 1.
Thing we've seen so far from Tyler this season, he's really matured as far as don't let him play like that, set him back, get right back and focus. 20 pitches thrown so far in this inning. And there are a couple of quick ground ball outs to start the inning.
Full count. Base runners will get a head start. Trumbo from second. Davis from first.
That's a semi-dangerous pitch there, upper part of the strike zone, because that's one that is a hitter you can just shorten up and hit the ball into the outfield. If it's lower part of the strike zone, it's going to be hit on the ground. You can still find the hole, but with this defense, for the most part in this infield, there's a lot of range. You're going to make plays.
Skaggs ready to go. Runners take off. 3-2. Wilkerson fouls it back. Very similar to the pitch that Wilkerson grounded out on.
It's to his credit, he's just trying to shorten up on a swing to make contact with 2 strikes.
That type of swing, would you not go now to a changeup, same plane, same part of the zone?
Go with that, or even his slow curveball, especially in that backdoor curveball.
Down with a fastball instead.
Inside part of the plate.
5th strikeout of the game for Tyler Skaggs through 4. Halos down 2-1. On Fox, Isco and Spain face off with Russia at 6 a.m. Pacific. That's 9 Eastern. Gooby just in time for us. And then Luka Modric in Croatia battle Denmark.
Some upsets today, huh?
Catch all the action on Fox or stream it all on the Fox Sports app. Viva España.
Yes. So there you go. Yes.
How about Messi and Ronaldo out?
Both out today.
They gone. Grab some pine.
Argentina and France was an unbelievable match.
Yep.
I've never seen so many goals scored in such a short period of time.
So a very good defensive match, especially for Argentina. But we digress. Kinsler, Maldonado, Fletcher for the Halos here in the 5th inning. Ian had a double into the right field corner. His first at bat was stranded at second base. He's ahead of the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. A double for Ian, his 15th of the year.
Caleb Coward back up now on the roster.
3-0.
Albert Pujols hits a lot in between innings. Get that swing together as a DH.
I had a walk to lead off this 5th inning. First one issued by Cashner. So folks, both starting pitchers issuing their first free passes.
Now I think you talked about key to the game, a hit and run. This may be one of those hit and run opportunities for Maldonado, who hits the ball on the ground the other way, and Kinsler runs well. 7 stolen bases, caught 3 times. Trust that Maldonado can put the ball in place. Had great success against Baltimore this season. 500. There he goes.
Pulls this one over to third. One down. Kinsler advances to second, so essentially works as a sacrifice. You know what? Credit Cashner and the Orioles for pitching Maldonado inside.
Yeah, it's more difficult on a hit and run to be able to get your arms extended and run the fastball in, but he still got the job done. You want to hit the ball on the ground, you love a base hit. But you still have Kinsler in scoring position.
Fletcher's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Machado in the third.
Seven outs via the ground ball for Cashner in this game to this point. Keep in mind, he's given up 14 home runs this season, so he's done a nice job as far as getting ground ball outs today.
Yeah, for the most part, he's kept the ball down in the zone. That's some deep counts, though. 2-1 now.
Kinsler trying to time Cashner, see if he varies his look back to second. If he doesn't, he may go here also.
Fletcher pops one out to shallow center field. Wilkerson going out, leaps up, can't get it. It falls in for a base hit. Kinsler can only advance to third, so the Angels have runners at the corners with one out. Cole coming up.
Good effort by Wilkerson. It's all he can do going back on that one off the bat. I thought it was going to fall in even easier and maybe a better read for Kinsler, but seeing him going back and leaping up just over his glove, he's got a hold to make sure that ball is down, being in scoring position already. Chance right now to tie the game at the very least with Cole Calhoun at the plate. Baltimore going through a series of signs with Fletcher at first and Kinsler. A lot of times that conversation, especially when you're going to have a shift on in the infield, is where the throw is going to be. At this point, it'll be very difficult to even throw towards the bag.
Cole 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. It's downstairs. One-0.
And keep in mind, a lot of room on that left side of the infield, especially if he's throwing something, whether it's a two-seam fastball or changeup away. And Beckham's got to keep Kinsler fairly close to the bag at third, so there's even more room than normal to hit a ball to that left side of the infield with a pitch away.
Halos down a run, have a couple of men on. One ball, one strike. Trout on deck. One and two.
Very important now for Cole to get this run home. There is an open base, and that would be at second base. We know Buck Showalter very well. I would not see him going after Trout. He might end up walking him, even with Fletcher at first base. So very important here for Cole.
Cashner's ready. Long hold for him, though. 1-2, popped up. Shallow left, Mancini drifting toward the foul line. Kinsler looked like he's tagging at third base. He's going to stay right there as the throw comes into the infield. 2 outs. So Trout coming up.
they're going to go after him here.
Mike's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to left and a ground ball to third. They've pitched him inside quite a bit. Could it be one of those where, see if he gets himself out early?
Yeah, on that first pitch, maybe he'll throw that fastball up or up and in. If he doesn't go after it, he might just at that point walk him. There is that up and in fastball.
One-0 pitch. Top part of the zone, just above it actually.
It's not a strike though. Good take for Trout. Take a look at our Nissan pitch cast. Four-seam fastball above the strike zone. Call the strike.
Watch out. 2-1 count. Kinsler standing at third. Fletcher at first. .82 pitches thrown by Castro. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. 4 hits allowed.
Again, he's just throwing high fastballs. Seeing a Trout will chase and expand the strike zone. Sometimes when you try to throw a ball, though, it's difficult. That's when you make a mistake. See if Trout's ready for this one here in a 3-1 count.
Takes a strike.
It's 2 pitches that are above the strike zone. Call the strike in the sequence. Again, above the strike zone. Call the strike twice. All 5 pitches, fastballs, all 5 upper part of the strike zone or above the strike zone.
Fletcher over at first base, going to take off. There he goes, 3-2. Trout fouls it back.
See, that's one of those fastballs that didn't get the upper part of the strike zone. Trout had a good swing at it. Right back off the mask. Joseph knocked it off.
Fletcher takes off again. 3-2. Making sure that's a walk. Never know. Second walk of the inning. They're loaded up for Upton. This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Roger McDowell, the pitching coach. Quick visit.
Left fielder, number 8, Justin Upton.
Two for 8 this season with the bases loaded for Upton. 4 RBI, does have 7 career grand slams.
Upton 1 for 2. He doubled to the alley in right center field in his last at bat. Here's the first one outside. Action now beginning in the Orioles bullpen. Wright's getting ready. Hello so far 2 for 7 have been in scoring position. 1-0.
Well, I thought he was going to call that one a strike the way he stepped back.
I thought so as well.
I think the fans thought the same thing.
I think it goes back to that whole trying to do something with Trout that kind of gets you out of sync mechanically. 2-0, 3-0.
And what it does, and you're exactly right about it. You're forced If you're a guy that lives in the lower part of the strike zone like Castro does, and when you're forced to elevate a fastball every pitch to Trout, it makes you drop your elbow down. So then all of a sudden your mechanics are not the same. And then you see it 3 pitches in a row here for Upton.
Swinging 3-0, fouls it back. 3-1. Kinsler at third base, Fletcher at second, Trout at first.
On a hot afternoon, 25 pitches thrown this inning. Have to take advantage of it if you're Justin Upton right here.
(3-1) takes a strike. That did get the bottom part of the zone, so we'll get the merry-go-round going here. Base runners will take off.
He's a little bit better as far as his follow-through on this one. That toe point down and he's working lower part of the strike zone. That's his game. Elevating fastballs is not. Again, Justin Upton, like most hitters in this lineup for the Angels, very good on low pitches.
Runners go, 3-2. Upton swings and misses it. What would have been ball 4. So the Angels load them up and leave them loaded. 2-1 Orioles. We head to the bottom of the 5th. .707 start time. Fans in attendance will receive a one-of-a-kind Shohei Ohtani double bobblehead courtesy of Lawson Ticket while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com.
Victor, this is one of those big innings now for Tyler Skaggs and the Angels, especially with all the momentum going back towards Baltimore. Got through that inning with no damage. Castro got Upton to swing at a pitch off the plate. The slider, no runs scored. So very important for Skaggs to have a quick inning here and put up a 0.
9-1-2 for Baltimore. Joseph, Beckham, and Jones. Joseph the catcher, 0 for 1. Fly ball to left field to second. .71 pitches for Skaggs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Pretty good take because that's a nasty changeup. It's a little bit out of the strike zone, but if you establish the fastball away, a lot of times you'll get a swing from a hitter on a changeup that same plane.
2-2. Foul tipped into the mid. One down.
Another strikeout for Skaggs. Now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Talked about as far as go-tos, be able to throw the off-speed early in counts, and he's been able to do so, get some soft contact. But it's really set up his fastball later on when he's got ahead of the count because of his ability to throw his curveball and change up for strikes, and then elevated 93-mile-an-hour fastball, 95 there to Machado. He's got all his strikeouts today on that hard 93, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, all set up by his ability to throw all speed pitches early for strikes.
Tim Beckham, the third baseman, up 1 for 2. Skies went out toward right. Paul moving over.
Boy, you see that sunshine on those glasses.
2 down.
Center fielder, number 10, Adam Jones.
So it's Adam Jones coming up now. Angels will wrap up this 3-game series tomorrow afternoon. Deck McGuire gets a start for the Angels. That's a cross-country flight to Seattle, off day on Monday. There's Deck in a 3-game set. 3rd, 4th, and 5th against Seattle up at Safeco.
Afternoon, day game on the 4th.
Jones takes a strike.
It's almost as if he was anticipating either a changeup or curveball first pitch. That's what he did his last at bat. He got a ground ball out with it. Did get a base hit on a changeup against him in the first at bat. A real good changeup, actually, from Skaggs.
One ball, one strike. Jones with a single and a run scored in the first inning. Ground out in the 3rd.
It's a great giveaway shirt.
There are considerable more people on the 3rd base side than there is on the 1st base side. This one cued toward Valbuena, tells Skaggs to go to first base. Skaggs overruns it, safe at first.
Skaggs wants him to check. He felt he got his foot back on the bag. He missed it initially, and then it looked like he stepped back on the base before Jones stepped on it. So he missed the base there. No, he did not get it. That's not worth a challenge.
Did the spike hit that corner? No. No challenge. Feed by Valbuena, a little bit on the backside, but not the best angle for Tyler going to first base.
Now that's why you always try to get to the bag first and then stretch if you can, because you don't want to try to catch the baseball and then find the base at the same time. Get to the base first and then get the baseball.
Skaggs gets charged with the error.
3rd error of the game for the Angels.
Brings up a John, and he'll cue one, and that hits Jones.
Yes,
He's out.
That gets a hit on it, but it's an out.
So that'll do it. That's one way to get out of it. Throw one extra pitch.
Give up a hit in and out.
5 in the books. Halo's still down 2-1.
That spins back and gets him on the leg. Finish off the inning.
For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
It's the top of the 6th inning here in Baltimore. Halos down by the score of 2-1. They had a golden opportunity with the bases loaded in the 5th inning. 2 outs, but Upton struck out. So Cashner, who threw that strikeout pitch, back out on the mound. He'll face Pujols, Simmons, and Valbuena. Adam Jones, all right. He's back in center. Getting hit by that baseball off the bat of Manny Machado. Doesn't happen too often in a big league game.
Can't remember the last time I've seen that.
Pulled down the line, foul.
A lot of times there'll be a baseball that's hit so hard when the runner on the move that happens. But that was one of those, had some odd spin on that and rolled back into Adam Jones as he was going, trying to go first to third.
Nice play down the line, by the way. A ball person. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Albert twice is grounded out. That's a hot smash.
Yes. Ready.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 hits for the Angels, 4 for the Orioles. Angels, Simmons on deck. Albert skied one high and deep to left field. Mancini going back on it onto the track, and in front of the wall makes the catch. Just got underneath that one. 1 down.
Shortstop number 2, Andrelton Simmons.
See Jones going to get ready in that secondary lead. He's trying to pick up the third base coach to see if he go first to third. Ends up spinning back and hitting him in the leg. After it looked like he was going to be out at first base to begin with, ends up being out and caught in the pack.
Yeah, his ego is slightly more bruised than the calf. Andrelton Simmons takes a strike. He had a base hit with an RBI in the 4th. Got the Angels on the board. 2 outs, single. RBI for Simba's 38th. Lifted. Left side, Machado calling for it. 2 down.
First baseman number 18, Luis Valbuena.
So here's Luis Valbuena. Action now at both bullpens. Noe Ramirez getting ready. Not sure why, unless Tyler Skaggs is completely spent. Castro with 4 strikeouts, 2 walks.
79 pitches so far for Skaggs on a very warm afternoon.
6 strikeouts, 1 walk. 4 hits allowed. Valbuena twice has struck out.
Keep in mind, coming in this game, 3 for 8 in his career versus Cashner with a home run, but so far 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
One, 2. Joseph could not hang on to it.
Well, that's a pitch right there you want back if you're Valbuena. 94, middle part of the plate. That's the pitch you could lift and drive. What if we'll go high fastball here or try to bounce a breaking ball?
Ground ball right back to the mound. Castro's got it. Valbuena retired. The Angels down in order. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 2-1 Baltimore.
by your Southern California Toyota dealers. By Heffernan Insurance, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Purple Bricks. You could save thousands when selling your home. Go to purplebricks.com.
It's bottom of the 6th inning here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Angels down by the score of 2-1. And Tyler Skaggs done after 79 pitches. 5 innings, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 unearned. And, you can only imagine it's just because of the heat that he just might be spent. That's why he's out of the game. At least that's what we're hoping for. Noe Ramirez pitching in his 39th game, 3-3 mark, 4.44 earned run average. Noe will face Valencia, Mancini, and Trumbo. Valencia sack fly in the 1st inning, picking up his 23rd RBI, grounded out in the 4th. One ball, 1 strike. Toward third. Fletcher's got to come in. It's a fair ball.
Good
nice
play.
Quick
on the transfer, off balance throw, and the accurate throw by David Fletcher. This is a solid player. Playing back, has to come in on the baseball, and then quick on the transfer, off balance throw, right on the money. First out of the inning. By the way, Tyler Skaggs ended the month of June with an ERA 0.84. It's the best in franchise history in the month of June.
He's had an all-star caliber first half.
He's not getting a whole lot of run support. Pick up W's.
Well, like we said, hopefully it's not an injury, but going 5 innings doesn't usually put you in a pretty good position to pick up a lot of W's. Two balls, no strikes. Mancini 0 for 2 so far. Slider for strike.
Call down to the bullpen.
One. Full count.
A big crowd here today. Camden Yards. Credit them for sticking around. It's a warm one here today.
I think those on the first base side move over to the third base side, of course. 3-2. Mancini draws the walk.
This conversation right now for Charles Nagy is to give the bullpen a better chance, Jose Alvarez, to get ready. It's a slow walk for Charles Nagy.
Hey, join the Angels next Saturday during the Lexus Freeway Series. Dodgers and Angels will battle back-to-back weekends. That Saturday game next week is at 4:15. Join post-game Saturday Night Fireworks Show presented by Wells Fargo. Go to Angels.com for more details.
Saturday Night Fireworks on Saturday again, huh?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's just incredible.
Tell you what, whoever named it,
Yeah.
they got something special.
Yes.
Trumbo at the plate. 1 out, 1 on. That is lined to center. Trout has to go back on him. Makes the catch. That ball was scalded. 2 outs.
That was a 3-iron out to center field. Trout able to run it down.
That's typical Mark Trumbo type of swing. That one and being able to tomahawk a high fastball. My son, who's 12, playing in a tournament this weekend, to this day, it's been several years now since Trumbo's been with the Angels, still talks about swinging at the high pitch like Mark Trumbo.
Remember that home run he hit at Target Field up in what, the second deck on a high fastball like that?
Aldonado's going to go out and talk things over here, and this is just to get Alvarez ready. Chris Davis is a 152 hitter.
It was fun back in the day when Trumbo and Trout together to TNT, the power those two had.
Not sure how long Alvarez really needs when 95-degree temperature.
You stand up, I'm ready.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's going to be it for Noe Ramirez. He goes 2/3 of an inning. Baltimore on top, 2-1. Off. First pitch at 10, or at least we'll come on the air at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Deck McGuire will get the start for the Angels. His first as a Halo, third in the big leagues, and it'll be Kevin Gossman going for Baltimore.
He had the power sinker, but he's given up 16 home runs this season. That fastball more lateral movement than sink action for Gossman.
Jose Alvarez on the bump. This will be his 42nd ball game, 3-3 with a 3.03 ERA. Lefty-lefty matchup, and there is a pinch runner over at first base. Colby Rasmus taking over for Trey Mancini. We're still in the 6th inning. 2-1 Orioles, trying to keep it that way. Davis 0 for 2 so far today. Leaps on the error by Valpoint his last time up.
Rasmus no stolen bases nor attempts this season.
Just off the plate. Pretty close.
Davis is 1 for 3 against Alvarez. That one hit a home run.
One or two. Down the dirt. Nice block by Martin. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Anyway, 2/3 of an inning. Just that one walk.
Rasmus over at first base. 2 outs here in the 6th. Keep it a 1-run deficit. The Angels have the bottom third of the order coming up. That's lifted out the left. Has to come in on it. He'll squeeze it for the 3rd out. We're off to the 7th here in Baltimore. Close down 2-1.
Scoreboard. Tampa Bay leading Houston again. Oakland up on Cleveland. They beat them last night. Kansas City, Seattle later on. The Bears beat the Vikings 14-9. Miami over New York. At this point, bottom of the 7th, 3-2. And Milwaukee playing good baseball themselves, leading Cincinnati 3-1.
Thanks for the update, Gooby.
You got it. For you, the world.
Brad Brock takes the world. Is that right?
Yes.
Brad Brock comes on. 34th appearance, 0-2 with a 3.73 ERA. 10 saves on the season, 33 strikeouts and 17 walks. And he'll face Kinsler, Maldonado, and Fletcher.
How about the Bears winning today against the Vikings in Chicago?
In Chicago. It was a warm afternoon in Chicago. Rasmus stays in the game. He pitch ran for Mancini. He's out and left. Cashner went 6 innings, allowing 4 hits. Struck out 4, walked 2. Gave up a run. Brad Brock, one of the several free agents to be for the Orioles. Hasn't had that good of a season. I mean, it's been all right, but not as good as it has been for him in years past.
Yeah, he was really good early on, has struggled since. Fastball still firm, 92-97. He'll throw his cut fastball. Throw a slider, which we saw there, and changeup. It's pretty good depth on the slider there. Good take by Kinsler.
Halos went down in order. Cashner's last in the 6th inning. He's been on board twice with a double and a walk. 3-1.
Kinsler, with his good power, you can be sitting on a fastball 80% of the time. I'll throw a fastball here this season he has. So right-handed batter. Painted that fastball 94.
Full count. All-Star 2016 with the Orioles last year. 67 games, 18 saves overall, 70 strikeouts, and 68 innings. 3-2. Kinsler to reach for that one, fouls it off. Rock, originally a 42nd round pick by the Padres in 2008 out of Monmouth University. That's in New Jersey. Traded to the Orioles prior to the 2014 season. Another payoff. Kinsler pops it up. Shallow right, long run. Valencia coming in, the right fielder. One down.
Catcher number 12, Martin Maldonado.
Martin Maldonado 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a ground out.
It's one of those pitches too, when it's elevated like that for Maldonado, he can hit that ball hard to right center field. You try to pull that, it's very difficult to do so at 94.
No balls, 2 strikes. Slightly different color to the top of the uniform than the bottom. You will certainly perspire a little bit as a catcher, especially on days like this. Outside 1-2. Thankfully, everything's played on grass now. Back in the day,
oh yes,
Pittsburgh, Philly, Cincinnati, Kansas City, St. Louis, all the turf.
Yeah.
90 degrees, humidity.
There's times it's got 150, 160 degrees on the AstroTurf in those afternoon games.
You ever do the buckets of ice for your shoes? This one rolled over the short. 2 down.
No, but I saw a number of guys in the infield, like Frank White, George Brett, put their feet in those buckets of ice, and the steam coming off their cleats was amazing. So being on dirt as a pitcher, it wasn't as bad, obviously, but standing on the turf, that wasn't the field turf. Yes,
it was all turf too. No dirt.
Yes, that was hot, and it was the turf was hard too. I have a piece of that in my office, as a matter of fact, from the '85 World Series. A piece of that AstroTurf, and I looked at it. It's really, really thin. And no wonder those guys' knees were so bad after playing a number of games on that.
Yeah, that was like playing on your driveway.
Yep.
Love that bucket hat. Goes well with the Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, it does.
Go straight from the ballpark and go have some Mai Tais.
Yep. In a given moment, it feels like you're back at Gilligan's Island or something with that hat.
Skipper! Hey, little buddy.
Hey, little buddy.
Do everything you can to stay cool. Bucket hat galore here, Oriole Park. Fletcher takes outside, 3-0. David 1 for 2, starting third baseman, and a single in the 5th.
Extremely warm afternoon here. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock start.
Yeah, today, and it's supposed to be hotter tomorrow.
Even our cameramen, women, very, very warm today. Job they have to do.
Payoff pitch. Fletcher reaching for it. Flips it out to right. Valencia is playing shallow. Angels down in order. Near the 7th, stretch time. There's the old Bambino. Melo's down 2-1.
West is brought to you by the Pacific Surfliner. The Surfliner series between the Angels and the Padres is coming up in San Diego August 13th through the 15th. Book your train tickets now on PacificSurfliner.com.
Bottom of the 7th here to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Angels down by the score of 2-1. That's where we should be right now, dropping a line. B&O Warehouse on Utah Street. Great ballpark that is Camden Yards.
It was so cool being out there for the opening day. Everyone was pumped up about the game today, and there was giveaway shirts, the Hawaiian shirts.
Wilkerson, Joseph, and Beckham. Baltimore here in the 7th. Alvarez. And then he got the last out of the 6th inning. Wilkerson fouls off the first pitch. Second baseman's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. There's Utah Street. He's packed today.
Yes. Pretty cool when you walk around here, you see those marks of the baseballs that hit on that street.
Left side, Silva at the backhanded. Wilkerson retired for the first out.
And he knows exactly how hard he has to throw that baseball across the diamond. He got a lot on that throw to get Wilkerson out. He's able to plant and then quickly fire that one four-seam grip on that baseball across the diamond to get him.
Another thing I like as well is Fletcher on that play, taking a couple of steps and then stopping because he realizes whether peripherally or Simmons saying something that Andrelton's got it. Too often you see a third baseman continue, and even though he doesn't get to the ball or deflect it, sometimes that disrupts a fielder.
And then screen fielder, because he's trying to get himself not only field that on the back end, but plant and throw quickly.
One ball, one strike on Caleb Joseph, the catcher, 0 for 2. Out to center, not very deep. Trout's got to race in. He's there. 2 outs. Couple of soft contact outs. Actually 3 of them to be exact for Alvarez. Top of the order now, and Beckham coming to the plate. The Angels have the top of their order coming up in the 8th.
You talk about those routes that Trout has been taking this season. It's been excellent. Defensive zone ratings excellent so far this season.
Beckham 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored to the first. 2 runs in the first inning for the Orioles. 1 was unearned. Lone run for the Angels in the 4th. Double by Upton. 2-out single by Simmons. Two one, line to left. Two-out single. So Alvarez will not face anybody else. Looks like Mike Scioscia's going to come out. There's Justin Anderson, who's loosening the bullpen. Jose unable to get a 1-2-3 7th inning. The 7th continues. Angels down 2-1. The MLB All-Star Game July 17th, only on Fox. Or stream it live on the Fox Sports app. Justin Anderson on the mound, trying to get the third and final out here of the 7th inning. 29th appearance, 1-2 with a 3.86 ERA, 36 strikeouts and 20 walks. He's going to face Adam Jones. The center fielder is 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Wild pitch or a pass ball will advance the base runner to second.
Especially with right now putting the runner in scoring position. That's off the glove. That'll be a pass ball, and Maldonado tapped his chest in. His fault on that one. That one foul right off that slider off Team Maldonado. Wants Mike Sosher out quickly. See where this foul ball got him. And that inside part of the knee. Walk that one off. As tough as it gets. Team Maldonado. Trying to stretch that one out. See right there that foul ball right off that inside part of the knee. Shin guards there, but not quite protecting that spot.
One ball, 2 strikes. Beckham standing at second base. Pardon me, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I was just kind of guessing it was going to be 1-2, so there you go.
Yeah, you were thinking ahead. Speaking of thinking ahead, the top of the order for the Angels coming up in the 8th.
Michael Gibbons getting ready for Baltimore. One-two, and Jones, did he? Foul ball, couldn't hang on to it. Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Separate by Maldonado. Halos with 4 hits, Baltimore with 5. Both teams have left 5 base runners on board. Backup standing at second. 2-2 now. Jones fouls it.
A lot of sliders. You wonder if he'll try that 99-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. See if we get a swing and miss here from Justin Anderson.
I don't think he throws a fastball enough.
He has a very good fastball. He's just not confident in location of that pitch. You have to have more trust when you throw that hard.
And because he doesn't throw it enough, has troubles locating it. I think the fastball is what sets up that slider.
Yeah.
We saw him when he first got to the big leagues. Gets the Astros some of the odd swings those guys were taking against the breaking ball.
That's one of those pitches, that first pitch he throws 99. Then you get the hitter to chase a slider off the plate. You're not going to get him to swing that fastball off the plate there.
Three-2. Jones strikes out swinging. He does so on that hard slider. 7 complete here in Baltimore. Top of the order coming up with the Angels. Down 1.
Lead, they scored 2 runs in that first inning against a Tyler Skaggs. Stay tuned for Angels live postgame as Patrick O'Neill will help me look inside the all-star effort again by one Tyler Skaggs. So far this trip, how about this? 12 innings, 2 earned runs, and those 12 innings the Angels have scored for him 1 run. It's all brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Let's see what the Angels do against a staff that's given the most hits here in the big leagues. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Jose Mota. Post-game show coming up right after that last out. Michael Givens takes over on the mound for the Orioles here in the 8th inning. 37th appearance, 0-5 with a 4.01 ERA. 50 strikeouts, 20 walks, and 42 in 2 third innings. And he's going to get Calhoun, Trout, and Upton for the Angels.
Yeah, he's got that firm fastball, 92, 99 slider changeup.
Cole 0 for 3.
Right now where Chris Davis is set up, he's right in that sunshine. He's struggling to look in. If anything's hit hard by Cole in his vicinity, it's not going to be an easy play.
Slung that one up to the plate.
Kind of guided that.
Cole ahead of the count at 2-1. Givens, 28-year-old, native of Tampa, Florida. Orioles' 2nd round pick, 2009. This one was lifted out to center. Little away.
Center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
Mainly throws fastball sliders. Right-handed batters. Maybe half the time will throw a first pitch slider.
Mike's 0 for 2, a fly ball to left, a ground down to walk.
Trout 0 for 5 in his career versus Gibbons.
One and two. We said there was a big crowd here this afternoon. 38,000, 838. A Hawaiian shirt giveaway. Turned into a pretty good ball game. Baltimore with 2 runs in the first. Angels with 1 in the fourth. Only scoring thus far.
Joseph wanted him to try to elevate that fastball from that arm angle. It's not easy to do so. But a few pitches seen so far this afternoon. To Trout, as usual. .21 pitches seen so far. Picked up another walk today.
Another 2-2. Trout gets jammed, fouls it off.
Trout with that walk today, 73 walks on the season.
Gibbons a second reliever for Buck. Showalter. Castro went 6 innings. Brock a 1-2-3-7.
That was a pitch to drive. He just missed that one.
Just by the reaction alone as it spins out of the box.
That's always a good feeling when you're on the mound and you see somebody doing that with the talent that Trout has. I better not throw that one again. He hasn't thrown him a breaking ball yet.
Full count. Upton on deck. Walked him. What are we saying about the walk total?
74 now. Go back to my Hyundai key for this game. This might be that opportunity right now. Hit and run with Upton at the plate. Trout's speed. First. Gibbons has allowed 4 stolen bases in 6 attempts.
Up to the 1 for 3 game. Oh, watch out. Sidearm flip.
Trout was leaning.
And Alfredo Griffin dancing. Upton takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Joseph has allowed 18 stolen bases and 25 attempts against him behind the plate. Good combination for Trout to think about going.
Missed in. 2-0.
One of the most important aspects about Trout and his speed at first base, you've distracted Gibbons. And with Upton's power at the plate, now in this count, this is an opportunity to do some damage.
Way outside. That allowed Trout to get to second base on the wild pitch.
Took the stolen base out of the equation just on for one pitch. Left-handed batter wouldn't even be able to get out of the way of that one. Remember last at bat, Upton swung at a 3-0 pitch.
Back-to-back walks, puts 2 men on with 1 out here in the 8th inning. The Angels down by a run.
See if there's Roger Dow here.
Scrambling in the Orioles bullpen now as Pujols come to the plate. Albert 0 for 3. 2 groundouts and a fly ball to left. This one's out toward right center field, hit well, going back on it is Valencia at the track, at the wall. That's off the wall. Trout had to hold up, a little bit of a late start. He's being waved around. Upton will stop at third. It's an RBI double, and we're tied at 2.
Just an odd route there for Valencia. He doesn't play a whole lot of right field, was drifting back. And Trout with Upton right behind him turned on the afterburners to tie the game up. Our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Albert Pujols got a fastball out over the plate and he hit it very, very well to right center field. Thought he had a shot at a home run, but it ended up being off the wall and away from Valencia just enough. As you see Upton right behind Trout, and then Trout, the afterburners, turns it on, ties the game up.
632nd double of Albert's career, now tied with David Ortiz, 10th all time.
Continue moving up on that list as far as all-time extra base hits overall for Pujols.
1,962 runs batted in, 6th all time. Chatting it up with Tom Hallion. Buck Showalter's coming out after the conversations on the mound. Usually the quick walk by Buck usually means a quick hook. Gibbons is out. Back-to-back walks with 1 out. Now the double. It's a 2-2 game. Orioles going to the bullpen with runners at 2nd and 3rd here in the 8th inning. now open and exclusively online. Make sure your favorite Angels are represented on this year's squad by voting at angels.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 17th on Fox. And Andrelton Simmons gets intentionally walked.
I think that's the right move when you think about it, especially how well Andrelton Simmons has hit this entire season with runners in scoring position, including a base hit in the 4th inning to drive in Justin Upton.
Tanner Scott takes over on the mound. 21st appearance, 0-1 with a 6.10 ERA.
Looks like Chris Young going to pinch hit for Luis Valbuena.
Valbuena finishes the game going 0 for 3. Young hitting 171 on the season. 2 doubles, a triple, 6 home runs, 12 runs batted in. 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter this year. Looking for a fly ball deep enough to try to score Upton, at the very least, from third base. Pujols at second, Simmons at first.
Infield in. Scott with a firm fastball, 94-99. The hard slider.
With 1 out, why are you playing the infield in?
Surprising they're doing that.
Right? One ball, no strikes.
And anytime as a hitter, you like that because your percentages go up as far as getting a base hit through the infield with the infield in.
Here's the 1-0. Takes a strike, 1-1. 97.
I think if you get that fastball in the inner part of the plate, I think Chris Young could drive that one inside. Difficult, more so, out over the plate.
2-1. Good hitters count with 1 out, bases loaded. 2-2 game. Outside, 3-1. We'll hear the boo birds here for sure. He walks in a run. Gibbons allowed 2 walks.
Hardest thing to do, especially in that situation. Come in, you got the bases loaded. You have to throw a strike. You first pitch out of the strike zone.
Kinsler on deck. 3-1. He's fouled back. Full count. Ground ball down the line. That is a fair ball. Touches the base. Fires to first. And safe at first base. One of the stake by Tim Beckham. Angels lead it 3-2.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a tailor-made double play.
Absolutely.
And the hesitation just enough. They're going to take a look at it to see if he did have his foot on the base at first base. But what a break if this whole up stands right here for the Angels. That's a double play ball. Right on the bag.
Just touch the base and throw to first. It's a tag play at that point at the plate anyway.
See right there, he's not on the base, and he is going to be safe. Off the base, does have the ball before the foot's on the bag. A huge break.
3-2 Angels here in the 8th. That goes as a fielder's choice and an RBI. Now Kinsler bats. Simmons at second, Young at first. A lucky break for the Angels. Gets into dirt. Nice block by Joseph. So 2 walks issued by Gibbons come across the score.
I'm still stunned that we got a run out of that one. That is a huge break. See if Kinsler can add on here with a base hit with a runner in scoring position.
Maybe I think that's what he realized, because the ball was hit so close to the base that he gets the force out. And once he realized, wait a second, it's no longer a force out at home, I got to go across the diamond, because it was going to be a tough play, just considering how the momentum took him across the base and where that base runner's coming down the line.
He showed some pretty good range, and then he steps on the base. He thought about home. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult play, but you just step on there. If you know the outs, what it was, it's an easy double play.
At you, you're coming home.
Yes.
Moving left or right, you're going either second, or you're taking the tag and you're going across the diamond. Kinsler bounces it foul.
Well, right now, the Angels will take that break.
No doubt. Chopper back toward the middle. Machado to his left. Gloves it. Goes to first. Kinsler safe. An infield base hit. Machado had a long way to go. He's playing Kinsler more to pull. So they're loaded back up. One hard hit ball in this whole inning. That was Pujols.
And once that guy by the pitcher, it was going to be a difficult play for Machado. And he's got a great arm and quick on his transfer, but unable to do so with Kinsler running down the line. He smells that base hit, and he's able to beat that one out. Team Maldonado, another Angel hitter, very good with runners in scoring position this season. A chance to add on.
Almost hits him, and he said it did.
And it did get him.
A hit by pitch brings in a run.
You can hear the sound down here.
A hard breaking ball. Simmons comes across.
And now the Bluebirds are out for sure. This is a bizarre inning, really. And that's something you can review, a hit by pitch. And he can hear it. Everything hurts for Martin Maldonado. Gets hit with another pitch. See right there, the pant leg moving.
Dow's back out. Eighth time that Maldonado's been hit this year. Fletcher fouls it back. The 1. Fletcher lines with the center field, a base hit. Young will score. Kinsler's going to be waved around. No throw from Jones. It's going to third. And Maldonado is out at third base, but a 2 RBI single for David Fletcher extends the Angels lead at 6-2 Halos as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
That's a good swing there by David Fletcher. There's important add-on runs. Angels up 6-2.
David Fletcher with the capper, the 2 RBI single, giving him now 5 runs batted in on the season.
Look about how well he hits the ball to all field. He just lined that one right back up the middle. Short through his swing.
New first baseman Caleb Coward. Justin Anderson, who finished off the 7th, is back out for the 8th. Machado, Valencia, and Rasmus due up for Baltimore.
That tough play. When you look ahead, you think in terms, okay, if I got to go to the backhand, I'm stepping on the base across the diamond. The Angels picked up a huge break there.
One ball, a strike on Machado. 2 for 3. 2 singles. 2-1. Check swing roller toward first. Caleb comes in, takes it himself. 1 out. Love those kind of outs.
Yeah, especially as you know, you're taking over first base there, get a nice little easy play to get the first out of the inning. Mike Socha in his 3,000th game as a manager. It's a pretty odd game here this afternoon, but he'll take it now with the Angels in the lead, 6-2.
1 out, nobody on for Valencia. Valencia for 2 with a sac fly. 1 ball and strike. Two and 1.
To round that slider, didn't stay on top of the baseball.
Rasmus on deck. 2-1. Lifted on the first base side. Coward. A lot of room in foul territory here. Makes the catch up against the wall. 2 outs.
Pretty active in his first game here. First baseman's coming back into stabilist. Ground ball and a pop-up. His 3rd career game at first base in the major leagues for Caleb Coward. One thing I really like to see at some point from Justin Anderson, starting to trust his fastball. It'll set up that slider so much better because he can change speeds with his slider. It's the trust in that pitch.
2 balls, no strikes on Rasmus. First plate appearance for him. Took over as a pinch runner. That was in the 6th inning. Placing Mancini. 17th game, just a 136 batting average this year. Bat goes flying right off the netting, a tough dugout.
No batting gloves. Rasmus never has.
Check swing, maybe. Did he go around?
He didn't go.
Still the best. Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yes.
Two one. Ground ball right side. Coward gloves it.
Have
He'll feed
yourself an
Anderson,
inning.
and he got him.
Wow.
Hopefully Anderson's all right. They caught the inside part of that base. Doesn't look comfortable.
What an effort though by Caleb Coward.
For sure. A 1, 2,
He is
3.
a great defender no matter where they put him, showing that range at third base range at first. And the flip. That's a good flip also.
You can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app and take Fox Sports West and Angels baseball with you wherever you go. And it's presented by Coors Light. Zach Britton takes over on the mound here in the 9th inning. This will be his 9th appearance. It's coming off the DL. Clearly, as you look at the numbers, has struggled. He's one of the guys that his name has really been mentioned quite a bit as far as a potential trade target, as long as he's healthy. When he's healthy, he just hasn't thrown the ball well.
His fastball, when it's good, it's that hard sinker. He'll throw that 93, 98 slider, but he could throw a lot of fastballs and get a lot of ground ball outs when he's effective.
Top of the order, Calhoun driving one out towards center field. Adam Jones moving back on it. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 9th.
Center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
Trout this afternoon, 2 walks, a fly ball to left, and a ground out. 0 for 2.
It's that power sinker. Almost turns it over.
2 balls and no strikes. Like Parker getting ready for the bottom of the 9th. Line, but with the second baseman Wilkerson playing up the middle. The single turns into out number 2.
Left fielder number 8, Justin Upton.
So Upton coming to the plate now. Britton, a 2-time All-Star with Baltimore in 2015, 2016. Led the league in saves in that 2016 campaign with 47.
That's all he throws. Are you just trying to make
Late to start the year as the rehab coming back from torn Achilles. Justin, a 1-for-3 game. Doubled and scored in the 4th. Walked and scored in the 8th. 9 men came to the plate in the 8th inning. The Angels got 3 hits. Picked up 3 walks and a hit bounder. Ended up scoring 5 times. Gibbons got charged with 3 of those. Scott, the lefty, got charged with 2 runs. No.
It's 3 straight at bats for Upton being ahead of the count 3-0.
That 4-pitch walk. Britton had come in with 6 walks, 7 strikeouts in the 7 2/3. So that 7 walks and 7 strikeouts.
It doesn't appear like he has confidence to start that pitch towards the middle of the plate and then sink down and away. He's starting on the outside corner and it's breaking off the plate.
Made 5 rehab appearances on his way back to the big leagues. Albert 1 for 4, doubled home run in the 8th inning. Doubled at RBI, tied the score at 2.
Albert now 632 career doubles.
Chopper. Wilkerson in the shift has it. He'll go to first. We will head to the bottom of the 9th inning with the Angels leading it 6-2. Trumbo, Davis, and Wilkerson due up against Blake Parker. Takes over for Anderson. Went an inning in the third. Did not allow a base runner. Picked up a strikeout. Parker, 39th game. 1-1 with a 3.20 ERA. 9 saves. This not a save opportunity. Getting some work in as the Angels trying to make it 2 in a row against the Orioles going into tomorrow afternoon's finale. Trumbo 0 for 2 with a walk. Skies this one. Shallow right. Kinsler going out, calling for it. One pitch, 1 out to start the ninth.
Boy, you love to see that, especially with the power at the plate.
First baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
Chris Davis 0 for 3. One and one. Shift on with Davis at the plate. He'll line this one to right field, a base hit. One out single, puts a man on for Wilkerson.
He stayed back pretty well in that baseball.
Second baseman, number 12, Steve Wilkerson.
Wilkerson spins around to hit from the left side. 0 for 3 today. 2 ground out to the strikeout. Chance Cisco has come out to the on deck circle with bat for Caleb Joseph. Caleb playing behind over at first base. This one's fouled back. Infield playing straight up. Outside. Breaking ball. There's Cisco. Outside.
See if you get that ground ball double play. We've seen a number of turns so far in this series by the Angels to finish this one off.
Two-one count with 1 out and a man on. Halos up 6-2 here in the ninth. Popped up, Maldonado. Fletcher calling for third baseman. 2 down. So Cisco will bat, representing the last hope for Baltimore.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for the Orioles and pitching for Kayla Josephson, number 15, Chance Cisco.
Cisco had the start behind the plate last night, ended up going 0 for 3. Ground ball to second should do it. Kinsler has it. Light that baby up as the Angels do make it 2 in a row today. The final 6-2 and come from behind fashion.
Yeah, solid too. Real good job by the bullpen today. 4 shutout innings, another solid effort again by Tyler Skaggs. Now it's time for our Land Rover Above and Beyond player of the game, David Fletcher. What a game he had, especially that key at bat. 2 for 4. He had a 2-run single in the 8th inning, part of a 5-run inning. Multi-hit games in 4 of his 8 career starts. Played some solid defense. Also, talk about his ability to keep his hands through the baseball well and make good, solid contact. That spark plug in the lineup, especially the lower part of the lineup, giving the Angels better balance. Runs that fastball up. He's able to put the ball in play. Again, he's not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark all that often, but when you get a chance to be able to keep your hands through the baseball, he is going to make some solid contact. And this one right here, line drive right back up the middle. A huge hit as far as that 5-run 8th inning, and able to